The noise has gotten so loud I just can't hide from it anymore. I'm talking about what everybody in the football world is talking about today. That's Deshaun Watson. All that and more coming up next.
The following announcement has been paid for by
The ENN Podcast.
He has a good energy, you guys.
Can you believe it?
Sports.
Can you feel it? Can you feel that excitement?
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Chris Wild here live from Lincoln Financial.
And I'm telling you, if you let Eli Manning walk into that stadium,
Music.
Wow.
man, again, and I hate to do this again, but these are goosebumps.
Whoa!
And more.
What's his next book gonna be called? Spineless?
Mike.
Well, I tried, guys. I tried my hardest. I tried my best, but it's time. It's finally time. I just can't hide from this subject anymore, and that is Deshaun Watson and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm the good brother of Broad Street, the 1CW Heritage Champion and the 2020 Fantasy Football Big League Champion, professional wrestler Chris Wild, back live here at Bar 4133 as we are just one day away from the official start of the Philadelphia Eagles 2021 season, as everyone reports to training camp tomorrow, and then they have their first practice Wednesday. Well, with training camps opening up all over the NFL, of course, you're going to get some hot takes and you're going to get some news. And the big news yesterday was that Deshaun Watson showed up to Texans training camp, making sure he wasn't getting fined $50,000 a day. Shows up to training camp for his physical and still says he does not want to play in Houston, or at least his demeanor says, as Tom Pelissero tweeted today that Deshaun Watson still wants to be traded and that the Texans want a big package.
Oh, really?
We're talking five high first round draft picks, or at least draft picks, I should say, and then a couple starting caliber players. Big package deal for Deshaun Watson, as you would expect from one of the best quarterbacks in the league, maybe a top 3 quarterback in the league. But there's still a huge question mark with Deshaun Watson, which we will get to in a minute. But let's talk about how the Eagles tie into this. What's causing all this for the Philadelphia Eagles?
What is causing all this?
And that's the fact that ever since the offseason started, the Eagles have acquired picks. Of course, the Carson Wentz trade got them a possible first-round pick, which will most likely be a first-round pick in next year's draft. They also have 2 other first-round picks, as Howie Roseman kind of fleeced the Dolphins for one during the draft. And, I mean, they have a plethora of picks after that, so they definitely have the most to do it. Now, Howard Eskin, boy, he had a big week last week, didn't he? Talking about Zach Ertz, and then he had to get into the Deshaun Watson stuff as well, as he said that from the information that he's gathered, the Philadelphia Eagles have a 90% chance of being the team that Deshaun Watson is traded to when he is traded. Not if, but when he is traded. Adam Schefter also went on national shows talking about the Eagles being the best equipped to get Deshaun Watson. So as far as Howard Eskin goes, I've told you, he is basically a puppet, and I'm not trying to say that in a disrespectful manner, but he is a puppet for the Philadelphia Eagles. When the Eagles want information put out there, they go through Howard Eskin. They gave the guy a Super Bowl ring. He's on the sideline of every Eagles game. He is kind of their media guy. That when they want information put out there, they go to Howard Eskin. Adam Schefter, one of the most respected guys that reports on the NFL. Very rarely does he put out any kind of false information. Chris Mortensen was also was talking about Deshaun Watson and how the Texans are going to want 3 first-round picks for him. So the Eagles, with 3 first-round picks, seem to be the likely destination for Deshaun Watson. Now, he'd have to waive his no-trade clause as well. But the big question mark here, and this is really what we should all be talking about, is there's a big legal issue here with Deshaun Watson. He's got 22 counts of really horrible stuff involving some women. that's got to be cleared up before I'm even thinking about bringing Deshaun Watson here. Now, there have been no criminal convictions. He hasn't been convicted of any crimes. Everything right now is waiting civil trial, at least to the best of my knowledge. If I'm off on that, please let me know in the comments. But it is a huge deal, not just because there are all these cases out there, but because Deshaun Watson could be a scumbag for all we know. Now, in the past, he's been anything but. After Hurricane Harvey, he was giving out his paychecks. He's done that to cafeteria workers that work for the Houston Texans. He's done some good things for that community, but all that's erased if any of this is true. And again, I don't know because he hasn't been convicted, so I'm not going to convict the guy if he's not guilty, but we don't know that. Now, it was surprising to me that the NFL let him report to training camp, that he wasn't on the exempt list. Now, you would think that if there was a lot of validity to all of this trouble that he's in, that the NFL would not let him report to training camp. There's been no word of a suspension yet. But again, if there was going to be, why let him report to training camp? I don't know. It just maybe he has a frail case. Maybe this is just a lot of untruths out there. Again, I don't know. But before he gets traded to the team that I represent, the team I like talking about, and I've watched my entire life, I would like to figure this all out before that's done. Deshaun Watson, if any of this is true, he's got to do his time as well. But I don't want a guy like that on this team. To begin with, maybe get a little bit ahead of myself here on my opinion if the Eagles should get him or not. Let's say everything is cleared and he is not suspended for 10 games and he is able to play. I'm still not sure if I want the Philadelphia Eagles to trade for this guy. And look, he's one of the best quarterbacks. He will be a franchise quarterback for this team that desperately needs a franchise quarterback after the whole Carson Wentz dilemma and Carson Wentz drama. However, you're going to have to give up at least 3 first-round picks. Now, they're saying they want 5 high draft picks. Of course, that's the start of this negotiation. All negotiations start off with a high price.
I don't know, 10%.
20.
15. Call your friends. Let them know the game's happening.
I mean, we remember what the Eagles put out there, what they wanted for Carson Wentz. They wanted, 2 first-round picks for him. Of course, that was the start to get the price lower. But the Eagles, again, you're going to give up these draft picks, and you don't have a team. I don't think this team is ready to go to Super Bowl if you get a franchise quarterback. I just don't. Again, it's something I could be off on because nobody thought they would be able to go to the Super Bowl in 2017 either. But you're going to need pieces to build the team, okay? That's just my opinion. You're giving up these pieces to get Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was part of a horrible Houston Texans team, and he threw for 5,000 or some yards. Of course, I'm being facetious on that, but he had a great year last year, and they still only won 4 games, So to come here and for the same thing to happen to this team, something I don't want. I would like the guys. In a perfect world for me, Jalen Hurts comes out and is a bona fide starting quarterback after this year, and the Eagles continue to build on that, to build around him, like some argue they should have done for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was horrible last year, so I'm not going to say that, but they build the defense, they build the offense up around them. The offensive line's getting a little bit older. They're going to need some pieces there. So be that as it may, I guess the point of this for me is, if you ask me, would I like the Eagles to trade for Deshaun Watson, or would I like them to go with Jalen Hurts? I'm just on the whole thing. I don't really care either way, because if they go with Jalen Hurts and he has a horrible year this year, then they still have those draft picks to possibly get a rookie quarterback in here that could be the next franchise quarterback, or trade for another quarterback that's going to want out of his contract after next year, as that seems to be the trend going now in the NFL. So, I don't know, guys. That's my ramble on the whole Deshaun Watson situation. I didn't even really want to talk about this because, like, every time here in Philadelphia somebody is available for trade, or somebody asks out of their contract, or if there's some kind of loophole where they can get out of it, or if they're a free agent, we always want those guys. They're always connected to us because they know this fan base does this. We overreact and we talk about it, and that's what the NFL loves. That's what makes Philadelphia Eagle fans some of the most passionate fans, if not the most passionate fans in the NFL. It's just what we do, guys. And I didn't want to start going crazy over a guy that there was really no chance for the Eagles to get. But as it looks like there's a good chance that man, as crazy as it sounds, by the start of week 1, Deshaun Watson is a Philadelphia Eagle. It really wouldn't surprise a lot of people around here. It wouldn't surprise me. But again, I want all the criminal stuff, all these allegations, got to be gone. They've got to go away. Coming from a guy that has a daughter, again, just some of the things he's being accused of are just absolutely gross and sickening. And I don't want a scumbag as my starting quarterback. Just don't. So, with that being said, guys, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Training camp is tomorrow. Tons more content coming up as a lot of Eagles news is going around pretty fast. Yesterday during the live, I talked about the Eagles signing Steven Nelson. Big, huge deal there. Please check out that video if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. You guys know the deal. Go Birds, and I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation to stand.